Greetings and welcome to the energy of Sagittarius. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Welcome to the channel and its contents. The ninth house is open, the house of devotion, bhakti, as well as philosophies, understanding the projections of the mind in order to find some sort of truth within the ether of our existence and the cosmos. Okay, so this is not a light reading. The singularity is designed in order to see deeply into the karma that revolves around the energy of the ninth house and Sagittarius. Okay, so look into your placements in order to discern, especially through the house, how this may pertain to your own particular path. Whatever you pull from here, please use so responsibly, with discernment and with subtlety. I do wish you well. Okay. We have here so far a number of things that lead to a type of ascension that is it's a type of ascension that looks into the past. Okay, something that you are bound to is coming into question. This has to do with inheritance, as well as the external world, realities that are tied to the external world. How do we break free from these, especially commitments or relationships, workplace? How does Sagittarius represent itself in terms of this? How does it move from the ninth to the 10th house? The answer is in retrograde, in a type of declension, or a type of looking back that will help you to scale into the realm of ambition, if you so seek that, or into a type of release, freedom from the past is here. There is a path here that has to do with hidden resources that are tied to your own health. Okay, because the sun here is in the eighth house in reverse, there's something about it that ties directly to your resources, something that comes from the past that wants to be reanimated in some sort of way, bringing forth resources that you may have left behind at one point. This has to do with yourself as well, your ability to understand how to voice certain things that have to do with your own resourcefulness. Okay, how to voice new beginnings or hidden suns. Okay, with this, a type of reanimation is declined. That's how I see it. There's something here about the great mystery of death and regeneration cycles that have to do with their utter end, and perhaps to the detriment of Sagittarius. There's something physically or perhaps psychosomatically irreparable in some sort of way. Okay? This is because of the binding effect of externalized worlds that have been left behind, or perhaps connections that you are still loyal to or bound to in some sort of etheric fashion. What emerges out of this is the ability to find the hidden sun, okay, and to possibly figure out whether you want to reinvest into this, as it is a link to a future that is yet to be disclosed. Okay, the energy of Cancer and Capricorn, this axis is very strong. Okay, this has to do with resources as well as external worldliness. Okay, and societal prowess. Okay, cardinal energy is here, meaning that there is a lot of action and affirmativeness when it comes to what you may be doing in terms of going back into the past, to leave it behind possibly, but also to scale back down and to understand where the hidden joy is in this situation. There also is a possibility for complete detachment, and perhaps understanding why some of the blocks that may have been occurring for Sagittarius around especially intellectualized paths of thinking, or saying or doing things that have become sour or salty in some way. there is the double-headed horse that pulls the chariot. Okay, two horses that pull the chariot. This pertains not only to Cancer but to Ashvini Nakshatra, which is tied to the sign, the constellation of Aries. Okay, um, so there's something here about resurgence or taking a leap of faith, but doing so in style. Okay, doing so in style in order to either acknowledge that something has been set aside and not externalized in the world properly, without proper footing, without the proper challenges. But it's like a downward slope as opposed to an upward slope when riding the chariot. So that is potentially a good thing. Perhaps there's something about the chariot that needs to learn how to brake, how to slow down. Okay. Um, as far as the future goes, there is a hidden perspective, a hidden head change that you might be cold to. A lot of intellectualized coldness, a lot of inability to produce something that you want to say that has to do with a shift of the external world that may be occurring. Okay, the advice is to essentially find a sense of peace by embracing truth through speaking. As you do this, there's an ability to understand how things have perhaps been painful or uncomfortable in some sort of way. What emerges out of this is an ability to understand how structures with others have been difficult to be loyal to. As you do this, there is a way for you to be a student of your own terrestrial design, of your own externalized worlds or realities that need to be protected as you move into the future of conditionality. Okay? There is a possibility of a very Aquarian way of walking through the gateway yet standing at the precipice of true realization. So there's a lot of receiving that you have, and as you do this, the Two of Swords emerges, and there's a pair of scissors that would rather be rid of the past. That's the thing. The High Priestess knows there's Avita, which is a very specific, particular card here of the riddle of the Sphinx. Okay, so the future revolves around really not knowing the perspective change, but it coming about, and there's an intuitive knowing that does not have to do with the ramblings or the meanderings of an angry mind. Okay, and that is what is evolving. So you must find peace, or if you can't find the peace, find the subtlety of it all in order to understand its impression or the impression that it has made upon you. Okay, that is for the energy of Sagittarius. I told you it was not going to be light, but there we have it. Peace and be well with you. Thank you. Bye bye.